Hey everybody, welcome to Ottawa Swordplay's drill class for March 20th, appearing on YouTube a little bit later than that. I'm Craig, head instructor at Ottawa Swordplay. Today I'm going to be doing some stuff with sword and buckler as well as with longsword, and part of the reason I want to do this is because our system is significantly universal, that things work the same way with different weapons, and I like to demonstrate that and help people be able to learn how to make the transition from one weapon to another, or to have their skills transition from one weapon to another. Of course, we're going to start with some of our foundation actions. We're going to start with our foot rotations. So feet, shoulder width apart, weight on the balls of your feet, rotate all the way to one side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. And we're then going to start with the windshield wiper action. So we're going to hold our forearm parallel to the floor, sword in the thumb grip. We're going to have it out to one side, and we will move from long grip to short grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so now we're going to be looking at the Zucken action. So I'm going to start with the sword in the middle, and we're pulling back to the left hip, forward to the middle, back to the right hip, forward to the middle. And I'll face this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. So we're going to do the thumb grip flip, and particularly when we're looking at sword and buckler, this is where things start to become useful, being able to do this with one hand, switching from our handshake grip into our thumb grip. So right now, cross guard's in line with my wrist, and I've got a relaxed grip here, and then I'm flipping up to here. As I said, being able to do this one-handed is super handy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to switch to the left hand and do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now remember, being able to keep all of that in the hand as much as possible is best. Of course, I say that in the end when we've already done all of those. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is some passing step footwork, and I'm going to keep this fairly short today. We're going to be doing 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So start with whichever foot forward you want. We're going to be doing passing steps, so I'll be rotating and stepping. All right, so rotate, pass, 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 rotate, pass. All right, so I'm going to be switching to sword and buckler for most of what we're doing, but I will continue to come back to the longsword to show the longsword equivalent. And also we're going to have Matthew at the back of the space who will be demonstrating everything with the longsword as we're doing the drills. So if you want to work with longsword exclusively, follow along with Matthew, but I still think that it is useful to learn these things. So with the sword in my dominant hand, an arming sword, I hold it the same way as a longsword. And a buckler, I hold as much with a relaxed grip as I can with the buckler that I have. Another thing that I want to point out is that when I'm holding a buckler forward, I hold it with my thumb down, the buckler facing into the middle. And we see this fairly frequently in our historical manuscripts. It's a little bit unusual, but it keeps my line of sight clear as opposed to this where I'm blocking my vision. Now, the first action that we're going to be doing is just a Zornhau. And with the longsword, we're going to just start with the extension. So this is, I'm left foot forward in the tower, and I'm extending across like this. And as I always say, don't do this fast and hard because you'll strain yourself when we stop. Now, when I'm doing this with sword and buckler, I'm starting in the same position, but with my buckler extended. And as I bring my hand forward across, I'm going to rotate my buckler in like this, and I'm setting my sword hand into my open palm or in line with my knuckles of my left hand. The purpose of the buckler here is to cover my hand from my hand snipey opponent. All right, so we're just going to do 10 of those extensions, like so. So, ready and extend. Reset. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now of course, that is not the full strike, but sword and buckler just follows the longsword. So our full strike ends up being, we do that extension, we rotate on the balls of our feet, also rotating our hips, and then pass forward in exactly the same way. And because our hands come together with sword and buckler, in some ways, it is the other weapon that is the most like the longsword. All right? So, starting from the tower, it will be extend, rotate, step, and that's 1. Extend, rotate, step, 2. Extend, rotate, step, 3. Extend, rotate, step, 4. Extend, rotate, step, 5. Extend, rotate, step, 6. Extend, rotate, step, 7. Extend, rotate, step, 8. Extend, rotate, step, 9. Extend, rotate, step, 10. All right, now we're going to add on to that as well, and we're going to be adding on the shooting long. And when we shoot long with sword and buckler, it is again the same as with the longsword. I'm going to rotate into the thumb grip and extend in line with my shoulder towards my opponent's shoulder. And this is where I'm switching into the thumb grip one-handed. One important thing here is that my buckler doesn't move. One of the things that people find challenging about sword and buckler is that you're doing things with both hands. However, it's easier if you just think about, I'm bringing my hands together, or I'm doing one thing at a time, one hand at a time and not both, or sword and buckler are moving together as one. Trying to do 2 different things with your sword and buckler at the same time is really, really hard. Harder than I want to do in a fight. All right, so we're going to do, from the tower, it will be extend, rotate, step, shoot long. All right, so 10 of those. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 1. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 2. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 3. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 4. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 5. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 6. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 7. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 8. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 9. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long, 10. Right? 10? Yep. Can't count and do things at the same time, much like can't do sword and buckler differently at the same time. All right, now, with sword and buckler, that action has exactly the same role as it does with the longsword. We're trying to come to the bind and dominate and control the bind and see what their response is. And today we're just going to work with one of their responses, which is if they push back. And normally we would go through with the pommel. So we're going to start with that. And again, I'll demonstrate with this with the longsword. So I've come to here, and we will just start from shooting long. But as they're pushing back, I'm going to extend, pushing my pommel forward, rotate, step, following in with the pommel. If I can reach them, that pommel will go in the face. But probably I can't. Now, when I'm doing this with sword and buckler, it works the same way. I've shot my point long, I'm going to extend, and as I'm extending, I'm bringing my pommel forward, but I'm also rotating my buckler over as I would be if it was on the pommel, like so. And of course, I have to pick up this static sword. And then I'm going to step forward with the buckler, but the goal of the buckler is to pin my opponent's hands. And if I've got this inverted position, I actually have a stronger pin than if I'm trying to pin like this, where they can push back against my bent arm. Here my arm structure helps them. So from shooting long, we're going to do extend, rotate, step. And that's it. 10 of those. All right? Extend, rotate, step. Reset. Extend, rotate, step. Reset. Extend, rotate, step. Reset. Extend, rotate, step. And I didn't count. Extend, rotate, step. Let's call that 5. Extend, rotate, step. 6. Extend, rotate, step. 7. Extend, rotate, step. 8. Extend, rotate, step. 9. Extend, rotate, step. 10. Pardon me losing my voice. So the follow-up to that is, of course, the snapping over. And when we go through with the longsword, like so, we just drive the pommel down to cut to the other side. And when I'm doing that with the longsword, I'm using my left hand on the pommel to drive that. However, when I'm doing that with sword and buckler, and I'm here, I'm just doing it with this hand. And it's a little bit weird because sometimes I end up crossing where my arm is. Don't cut off your own arm. You can cut on the other side of your buckler, but if I'm here, this should cut into the other person, and I need my buckler to pin their arms. All right? So we're going to add that onto the end. So from shooting long, it will be extend, rotate, step, snap. All right? 10 of those. So extend, rotate, step, snap. Reset. 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 Extend, rotate, step, snap. That's 5. Extend, rotate, step, snap. Reset. Extend, rotate, step, snap. 3 more. Extend, rotate, step, snap. 2 more. Extend, rotate, step, snap. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, snap. All right. Now, because I'm mean, we're going to string these parts together. So, starting from the tower, we will be doing extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. But we're only going to do 5, because I'm not happy. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. Reset. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. Got ahead of myself. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. 2 more. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. One more, because that was terrible. Extend, rotate, step, shoot long. Extend, rotate, step, snap. All right. Now, sword and buckler does offer some advantages and some disadvantages. And we're going to look at another technique that works with the longsword but has some advantages with sword and buckler. And we're going to start just with doing a first winding. It'll take us a couple minutes to get to the real beauty of this with sword and buckler. So we will doing extend, rotate, step, wind into ox. All right? And with the sword and buckler, it is the same. However, I extend, rotate, step, and here as I wind, I'm going to turn into the thumb grip, and then I'm going to come up, and I usually keep my buckler up above. And while that leaves my wrist exposed underneath, my buckler coming forward gives me some geometrical protection. There are times when I don't, when I rotate up and keep the buckler on the side. It depends situationally, but usually on top is as good as anything else. All right, so we're going to do 5 of these. Extend, rotate, step, first one. That's 1. Extend, rotate, step, first winding. That's 2. Extend, rotate, step, first winding. That's 3. Extend, rotate, step, first winding. That's 4. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, first winding. All right. Now, normally when we're at the bind and we do a first winding, there's a few reasons, but it's that we're trying to give them a strong push. We're pushing on their sword with force. Once we're up here, if they push back, we can do the going through and Schnappen, but we can also do a second winding, because usually when they push back, in order to do that, they have to bring their point offline, and they aren't threatening us anymore. So, with longsword first, what this looks like. I extend, rotate, step, first winding, they start pushing on my point. I'm going to rotate through, rotate, step. And their sword is on the inside here, but because they're going this way, I go with their push with Fulin in order to be safe. All right? So with sword and buckler, same thing. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. All right? So that's what we're going to do, and we'll do 5. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. Reset. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. Reset. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. That's 3. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. Last one. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step. All right, now, I'm going to just demonstrate something with Matthew here. We're going to keep our distance. If he does the extend, boom, so that we're at the bind step, first winding, as I push here, you can see I'm bringing my point up, so he's now going to do that second winding, and he's coming in here. Now at this point, I can either keep pushing to the side or push up, but I'm taking my counter threat further offline, so I'm not giving him any threat, which means that Matthew can do whatever he wants. And what he wants to do is bring his sword down and cut across my legs and step through to that side of the technique. Boom! Yeah, just like that. So, with the long sword, this is going to be extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. All right? Now, sword and buckler, it's the same thing, but there's an advantage. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, and I leave my buckler up here controlling the sword. Rotate, step. All right? I may not even need to do that step, but we're going to throw it in just because. So we'll do 10 of these. So extend, rotate, step. First winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. That's one. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. That's two. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. That's 5. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. 3 more. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. And last one. Extend, rotate, step, first winding, second winding, rotate, step, cut, rotate, step. All right, so there are a number of other techniques that count on being able to leave the buckler in place. A few weeks ago, we talked about doing the parter as a siege, and that if the person pushes my point high, I pull down. If I'm doing this with sword and buckler, they push out my point high, and I shove my buckler into their hands as I pull underneath and stab them below. It's a really good feature of the buckler. We never use it just to block an incoming attack. It's too easy to get around, but it is super helpful for lots of other things. I'm losing my voice, so that is it for today. I hope that was fun. I am going to ask that if you like this format, let us know, because in the future, we could do more classes sometimes where we compare different weapons and show how the same technique works while still doing our longsword techniques. Thanks again. Have a good week.